We're calculating the volume of prisms on tonight's homework. We learned today in class that the formula for the volume of any prism is volume is equal to big B, which is the area of the base shape, multiplied by the height of the prism. Now on number 3, the base shapes are shown as the top and bottom faces. That won't always be the case. But this triangle is parallel and congruent to this triangle. So it's a triangular prism. The triangles are the bases, and so when we're finding the area of the base, we use the formula for area of a triangle, which is 1/2 multiplied by the base multiplied by the height. Now, the difference between big B and little b is big B is the area of the base shape. Little b is the length of the base, which in this case, we have a 8-inch base on this triangle. Since these triangles are parallel and congruent, we know this is also a 90-degree angle. So we have a base of 8 inches and a height of 5 inches, which we see up here. So the area of the triangle is 1/2 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 5, substituting the base and the height into that formula. Half of 8 is 4, and 4 5s is 20. So the area of the base is 20 inches squared, but that's not ultimately what we're trying to find. We need the area of the base to be able to substitute that into this formula. Now the volume of the triangular prism is the area of the base, which we determined is 20, multiplied by the height of the prism. Now the height is the perpendicular distance between the parallel bases. I have a base down here and a base up here. How far apart are they? They're 4 inches apart. So that's a different height than this height. So you have to sort of get used to which dimension means what. That's the hardest part of this. So how far apart are these two triangular bases? They're 4 inches apart. You could think of it as I've got this 20 square inch base, and I've got 4 layers of that base. Those 4 layers give me 20 multiplied by 4, or 80 cubic inches in my volume. So 20 times 4 is 80. The dimensions will be inches cubed because volume is 3-dimensional. And so 80 inches cubed would be the volume of that triangular prism. I also want to look at problem number 7. Problem number 7 is also a triangular prism, but the triangles are not shown as the top and the bottom faces. So you sort of have to scan the 3-dimensional solid and think about, could this rectangle be my base? Well, it can't, because there isn't another parallel congruent rectangle above it parallel to this one, so those must not be the bases. The triangles are the bases. They're just not shown as the top and the bottom. So those two triangles are the bases, so you have another triangular prism. So write down your formulas, substitute the values, and try that one on your own during the pause to come back and see how you did.
Paused.
This is the same formula for any prism. Volume equals area of the base multiplied by the height. The area of the base, since it's a triangular base, this is my base, this is my other base, would be 1/2 base times height. In this case, half of 26 multiplied by 28. Half of 26 is 13. And when I do 13 28ths, I don't set up traditional algorithm. I just think of 10 28ths. I know that's 280. And 3 more 28ths is 3 20s is 60, 3 8s is 24, so that's 84. So I do my multiplication that way, but you can do it any way you like. You can use the traditional algorithm if you prefer. This sum will be 364. So the area of my base is 364 meters squared. Just double checking myself. Yes, 364 multiplied by the height of the prism. Now, the height of the prism is the distance between the bases, the perpendicular distance between the parallel bases, which in this case is 41 meters. I'm going to take this down here and give myself much room. 364 multiplied by 41. 364 multiplied by 4 is 1456. You know what? I'm going to do traditional algorithm for this one because I think my other way is not going to be as understandable. And then when I multiply by 4, I'm multiplying by tens, so I start with a 0 in the ones place. 4 fours is 16, carry the 1, 6 fours is 24, and 1 is 25, carry the 2, 3 fours is 12, plus 2 is 14. The sum is 14,924, and our units are meters, so our units for volume are meters cubed. Three-dimensional, volume is three-dimensional, so meters cubed. It literally means there are that many cubic meters that would fit inside that triangular prism.